Here is something nobody wants to admit. Your brain is either getting sharper every single day, or it's quietly falling apart. And the terrifying part? Most people are in the second category. Right now, without knowing it. 3 hours of scrolling, 5 hours of sleep, lunch in one hand, phone in the other. Working with 17 tabs open while pretending that's productivity. Your brain is adapting to all of that. And it's adapting fast. The good news, you don't need perfect genetics. You don't need expensive supplements. You need 8 habits. Backed by neuroscience science. Let's go. 1. Sleep. We are starting with the most unglamorous habit on this list. Because it's the one that determines whether everything else works. Sleep. A lot of people are out here trying to optimize their brain while surviving on 5 hours a night. That's like trying to charge your phone with a snap cable, then wondering why the battery keeps dying faster than it should. Here is what most people get wrong about sleep. It's not downtime. It's not your brain going idle. Sleep is when the real work happens. Your brain clears out cellular waste that accumulates during the day. It sorts and consolidates memories. It repairs neural connections. It resets your emotional baseline so you can actually function like a rational human being the next morning. Cut that process short, and your prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for self-control and rational thinking, takes a direct hit. That's the neuroscience behind why tired people make impulsive decisions. Why everything feels harder after a bad night. Why your emotions feel like they're running the show when you are exhausted. Sleep at a consistent time. Cut screens before bed. And stop treating sleep deprivation like it's a badge of hard work. It isn't. It's just a slower brain wearing a productivity costume. Now, once you have actually given your brain the recovery it needs, here is the first thing you need to train. 2. Train your focus. Be honest with yourself for a second. Can you sit down and do one single thing, just one, for 20 minutes without reaching for your phone? If that question made you slightly uncomfortable, good. That discomfort is information. Every time your attention jumps between tasks, your brain pays what neuroscientists call a switching cost, a cognitive tax collected every single time you shift focus. Multitasking doesn't make you efficient. It makes you feel busy while actually getting less done. That's why people end the day completely drained without being able to name a single thing they finished. The fix is almost insultingly simple. Pick one task. Phone face down. 20 minutes. 0 interruptions. The first few times you try this, your brain will revolt. You'll suddenly need to check the weather. Reply to that message that's been sitting there. Do literally anything except the thing in front of you. That's not weakness, that's withdrawal. Your brain has been conditioned to expect constant stimulation, and it's protesting the absence of it. Push through it anyway. Focus is a muscle. Train it consistently, and it grows stronger. Neglect it, and it wastes away faster than you'd think. But here is the thing about focus that most people miss entirely. There is a hidden enemy working against it. One that's been quietly growing stronger every single day. Protect your brain from dopamine overload. Modern life is engineered to hijack your attention. Every app, every notification, every short video. All of it designed by very smart, very well-paid people to keep you consuming for as long as possible. And slowly, so slowly you don't notice it happening, something shifts. Normal life starts to feel unbearable. Reading feels agonizingly slow. Studying feels like punishment. Sitting with one task for more than 5 minutes feels physically uncomfortable. You haven't become lazy. Your brain has recalibrated itself to an unnaturally high baseline of stimulation, and now anything that doesn't deliver an instant reward gets filtered out as pointless. This is one of the most underdiagnosed reasons people struggle to focus, learn, or feel genuinely motivated. You don't need to throw your phone into a river, but you do need limits. Walk without scrolling. Eat without watching something. Work without switching tabs every 3 minutes. Sit with boredom, actual uncomfortable boredom, and let your brain recalibrate. That restless feeling when there is no stimulation, that's not a problem to fix. That's the recalibration happening. Let it. When you consistently pull back from overstimulation, focus returns. Motivation stabilizes. Your mind gets quieter in a way that's hard to describe until you have experienced it. 4. Read things that make your brain work. Here is an uncomfortable comparison most people don't want to sit with. The average person spends over 6 hours a day consuming content. Short videos, headlines, comment section. At the end of the day, almost none of it is retained. It passes through without leaving a trace. 10 pages of a real book, actively read, will do more for your thinking than 6 hours of passive scrolling. That's not an opinion. That's how memory consolidation and cognitive development actually work. Reading forces your brain to do something content consumption doesn't. Actively construct meaning. Visualize. Connect ideas across chapters. Follow a complex argument without it being spoon-fed in 30 seconds. It builds memory, concentration, analytical thinking, and surprisingly, the ability to understand other people at a deeper level. You don't need to start with dense philosophy. Pick something slightly outside your comfort zone. Psychology, human behavior, neuroscience, biography, business. Anything that makes your brain work slightly harder than it wants to. 10 pages a day. That's the commitment. And here is what separates people who read from people who actually think differently because of it. Stop and interrogate the material. What's the core idea? How would I actually use this? Do I even agree with it? That active friction, that's where the growth happens. 5. Exercise for your brain, not just your body. Most people exercise to look better in the mirror. That's a perfectly reasonable motivation. But it's also the least interesting thing exercise does for you. Physical movement increases blood flow to the brain and triggers the release of compounds directly tied to memory, learning, and mental clarity. The focus you feel after a walk or a workout isn't placebo or coincidence. It's your brain chemistry doing exactly what it's designed to do when your body moves. Exercise also reduces cortisol, the primary stress hormone. And chronic stress, the low-grade, always-on kind most people have completely normalized, is quietly eroding your focus, your memory, and your emotional regulation. Every single day. In ways you won't fully notice until the damage compounds. 20 to 30 minutes is enough. Walking, running, lifting, cycling, whatever you'll actually do consistently. The perfect workout you skip every day is worthless. The imperfect one you show up for is everything. And here is the benefit nobody puts on the poster. Every time you train when you don't feel like it, you are building something beyond physical fitness. You are training the mental pattern of acting without waiting for motivation to arrive first. That pattern, that's what changes everything else. 6. Meditation. Alright, I need to address the one habit on this list that makes people immediately want to skip ahead. Meditation. Before you mentally check out, just look at what the data actually shows. A 2024 research review found measurable structural changes in brain regions tied to attention and emotional regulation in people who meditated consistently. Changes visible on an MRI. In 2025, researchers at Mount Sinai documented this further, recording shifts in deep brain structures linked to memory and emotional processing. 30 days of daily practice produced significant, measurable improvements in attention and resistance to distraction. Not years. 30 days. So what is meditation actually training? Not the ability to think about nothing. That's a myth, and it's probably why most people quit after day 2. Meditation is training one specific, transferable skill. When your attention drifts, and it will drift constantly, you notice it, and you bring it back. That's the whole practice. Notice. Return. But here is why that matters beyond the meditation cushion. That exact skill, catching where your attention has gone and redirecting it, is what focus, emotional control, and discipline are built from at the neurological level. 5 minutes a day. The return on those 5 minutes is genuinely disproportionate. 7. Build emotional control. Think about the last time you said something you immediately regretted, or made a decision you knew was wrong the moment you made it, but made it anyway because something in you had already taken over. That wasn't stupidity. That wasn't weakness. That was your emotional brain moving faster than your rational brain could catch up. And in that gap, the wrong version of you made the call. A sharp brain isn't just fast. It's stable. Plenty of people have the intelligence, the skills, the knowledge, and still fall short consistently. Not because of ability, because anger hijacks them at the wrong moment. Fear makes the decision before logic gets a vote. Impulse wins before they have had a chance to think. Emotional intelligence is one of the strongest predictors of real-world success. And unlike most things on this list, it's built almost entirely in the moments you least want to practice it. 3 things that actually work. 1. Create a pause before reacting. Even 2 seconds between stimulus and response gives your prefrontal cortex time to come online. Most decisions you regret were made in that gap. Widen the gap. 2. Observe the emotion instead of becoming it. Instead of "I'm angry," Try noticing anger right now. That single shift in language creates psychological distance, enough to respond rather than react. It sounds too simple. It isn't. 3. Fix the physical foundation first. Sleep deprivation, chronic stress, no movement, constant overstimulation. These don't just make you tired. They directly impair your brain's ability to regulate emotion at a neurological level. Most emotional control problems aren't character flaws. They're maintenance issues. Now, every single habit on this list means nothing without what comes next. 8. Consistency over motivation. This is the one that decides whether any of this actually sticks. Stop waiting to feel motivated. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are temporary, unreliable, and completely indifferent to your goals. Some days you are energized and locked in. Other days you wake up and can't find a single reason to do anything. If your habits depend on which version of you shows up that morning, your progress will be as inconsistent as your mood. The brain doesn't change through intensity. It changes through repetition. 10 pages a day beats 100 pages once a month. 20 minutes of focused work daily beats an all-nighter every few weeks. Showing up imperfectly, consistently, beats waiting for perfect conditions every single time. But here is what consistency builds that motivation never can: identity. When you repeat an action long enough, your brain stops filing it under effort and starts filing it under normal. The habit stops being something you force yourself to do and becomes something you just do. That's when discipline stops feeling like discipline. That's when the version of yourself you have been trying to become starts feeling like the version of yourself you simply are. The most successful people aren't running on talent others don't have access to. They showed up, consistently, for long enough that the compounded result became impossible to ignore and impossible to catch up to. So here is where we land. You don't need to overhaul everything starting tomorrow. Pick one habit from this list. Do it long enough to feel the shift. Then add another. Sleep like your brain depends on it, because it does. Train your focus. Protect your dopamine. Read things that challenge you. Move your body. Meditate for 5 minutes. Build emotional control. And show up consistently, especially on the days motivation is nowhere to be found. Do those things long enough, and it won't just be your concentration that changes. It won't just be your productivity. It'll be who you are.